On a small boat, space is definitely at a premium, but power tools are totally essential. Hi, I'm Nika Waters, and welcome to the Boat Galley podcast. Today I'm talking about power tools, basically the ones that we feel are critical enough to take up space on our small boat. Today's episode of the Boat Galley podcast is sponsored by Infinity, the most trusted name in woven vinyl flooring in the marine industry. Since 2008, Infinity has offered boat owners premier flooring options proven to withstand even the most demanding environments. Each of their products is equipped with UV-stable fade resistance and antimicrobial technology, giving them both durability and style that can't be matched. Thinking about kicking carpet to the curb? Make the switch to Infinity and see the difference true luxury makes. Visit InfinityLWV.com and use the coupon code BG20 for 10% off any area rug. Limit 1 per customer. You'd think, with all the work that we're doing on the boat, that there won't be anything to do once we leave to go cruising. Well, that's not exactly the case. That's actually never the case, so don't plan on that. Instead, what we're doing is making sure we have the tools to be able to fix the things that we have on board. And though our boat is small and our electricity availability is pretty limited, we have a number of essential onboard power tools that will come with us regardless of where we're going. There's the cordless and corded kinds, or the rechargeable kinds, and one of the things that's great right now is that with lithium-ion batteries being more the norm, those rechargeable batteries and those rechargeable tools last longer, and they're often a lot lighter than the old batteries used to be. That's helpful for me, makes it easier for me to actually use a tool one-handed, because often I have to hold on to something with the other hand and use the tool with one hand. So the things that Jeremy considers absolutely essential, and ones that we will take with us, are the following. We've got both a corded and a rechargeable drill. So the one that has a cord that we can plug in, we'll use for things like grinding down fiberglass or making quick work of something that needs a lot more power. And then we also have a rechargeable one. The other thing that helps with having a drill, two different kinds of drills, is that both of us then can be doing drill work at the same time. That's helpful. Often when we're dealing with screws, it's pretty great also to have two different drills that you can deal with, because one can be drilling the hole and the other one can be set up to work as a screwdriver. Really helpful to have two of those. And we find having one that you plug in and one that's rechargeable is really helpful. The second thing that is absolutely essential is an oscillating tool. This is a tool, it looks a little bit like a Dremel on steroids. It's a little bit bigger, but it's got, it has these cool little blades that kind of go straight out. They look like a tiny little saw or a big Dremel is a way that I can describe it. The oscillating tool has been unbelievably invaluable as we've been doing the work destroying things on the boat to get it ready to build back up. Okay, I shouldn't say destroying, dismantling. But that oscillating tool can get into tiny little cracks and little bits that are really, really hard to deal with the jigsaw. So we have, again, both a plug-in, a corded oscillating tool, as well as a rechargeable one. And both of them are coming with us when we go cruising. We also have an impact driver. I'm not as well-versed in what that can do as others, but what it does is it almost like bangs in like it's a hammer, but you can use it if you've got a screw or a fastener that's super tight in there and you need to get it out. The impact driver working reverse can help out immensely with getting that out. We have a rechargeable one of those, and Jeremy, again, has used it a ton as we're working on the boat, and it is definitely coming with us when we go cruising. The other two power tools, other than things like headlamps and those sorts of things, but when I'm talking power tools, I mean things that are either plugged in or rechargeable and things that you think of as hand tools and things that you're using. We have a palm sander. We actually have two of them. They probably need to be replaced at this point. We have two palm sanders on board. One is a quarter sheet and one is a third of a sheet. The third of a sheet is helpful for larger expanses that we need to be doing. For instance, if we need to take down the hatch to redo varnish, we might use the third of a sheet. That doesn't get remotely as much use as the quarter sheet palm sander, and it's an orbital palm sander. Absolutely, we will not go cruising without that sander on board. And then the last one, and this is one that certainly has been useful, incredibly useful, actually, as we're rebuilding the boat, and that's our jigsaw. It's not a rechargeable, it is a plug-in, and that is spectacularly useful and is so helpful in terms of just making short work when you have to cut things really quickly. That will have a space on the boat. So the main tools that we carry, that we consider power tools for working on boats and boats projects, are a drill, an impact driver, an oscillating tool, a palm sander, and a jigsaw. You may have your own tools that you feel are critical to have with you. Those are the ones that we consider core components of our onboard power tool selection. We don't have to spend all the time talking about the number of hand tools that we have, because there are, of course, a bazillion of those. Can't wait to share an anchorage and share tool stories with you. Thanks so much for listening to the Boat Galley podcast. We love it when you let us know what you'd like us to cover, and we particularly love it when you share it with your friends. We'll talk to you next time.